Alright, alright, alright. What is going on, y'all? Today is day 10. Hold on, I gotta get the vibes going. But I need my AirPods to connect. There we go. Alright, today is day 10 of turning $66 into a milli vanilli in funding and 100K in payouts. Off rip, I'm seeing here on AUD, so let's actually back it up, right? We finally, well, not even, I think we're creating the manipulation out of this range that we have been in literally all week. This entire range here, this entire range here, we finally broke out of it. I think we're gonna manipulate higher and continue moving to the upside here. So really what I'm interested in is some type of bullish SMT to form. That's kind of my bias. I usually don't need a bias to trade, but that's really what I'd like to see. I'd like to see one of these lows get taken out on AUD/USD or NZD/USD. Preferably I'd like to see this previous hour low get taken out, tap into this fair value gap, and then us move to the upside. But we'll see. We currently have all this bearish SMT signals, but I don't like the way that it already closed above the 50% point of this fair value gap. To me, the amount of times that we've tested it here as well just shows me that this hourly fair value gap isn't a super strong hold. And so in general, also, if we're looking at from the higher time frame, we are actually quite bearish, or not bearish, bullish. As we can see, we're accumulating a little bit. I think we just manipulated to go higher. I think that's really what has happened, but I don't really know what happens, right? Nobody really knows what the market's doing or what's going on. We are just trying to make the best educated guess that we can. I'm still up 1% on the challenge. However, we did take some hits the last 2 days. I was up originally 3%, but it's fine. So as far as AUD/USD and NZD/USD, I don't see a setup that I'm really interested in getting in on currently. So nothing just quite yet. On NJ and AJ, however, we might potentially have a setup. We've really been displacing to the downside pretty hard since yesterday. I mean, we've just had this massive tank here. If we do zoom out again, overall, since at least May, we have been on a pretty consistent uptrend. However, we broke these lows here, so we could potentially start moving down with the yen pairs. So currently, I don't think there's anything here that I'm super keen on getting in on either. Originally, I was potentially looking at longs. However, we've just been on such a strong downtrend, and recently I've just really been trying to hammer in my brain that we don't want to go against the trend, because the trends be trending, bro. So yeah, I did mark out this potential long that could happen, but I would rather see us already create some breaks to the upside to take some longs. Right now we're just we could continue honestly displacing down. We have this, I did mark this here. Is my, hold on. Yeah. Is this, make sure my settings are good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no signal here for me to take anything anyways. So maybe on the 4 hour. No, nothing on the 4, and I don't even think on the 30-minute either. So there's no trades. Currently we're flat. Yo, trader. What's up? Currently I'm not seeing anything that I want to engage in though. Bitcoin, or rather Ethereum, could probably move up, but I just don't like this. We're like post CPI. I don't like all of that. It's just like range over the last couple of hours. Even though we have some bearish, or not bearish, I'm sorry, bullish. We have some bullish signals here. So Ethereum could pop up, to be honest. We're rejecting out of these hourly fair value gaps, even though we tested it quite a few times already. Right there, all these tests. And it's a pretty small one too. And we have this actually, this bear signal that we had formed here during Asia. So yeah, I just want to sit on my hands. There's nothing too obvious that's screaming out at me to enter in any trades. What I do want to see though, again, I want to see us tap back into this hourly fair value gap, create like an SMT, and then move up. But until we get that, or we could continue down too. We could just keep continuing displacing down. Yeah, bro, the CPI slayed my ass yesterday. That's crazy. Gotta love it. Nah, but we don't even have like a 4-hour fair value gap that we're delivering out of. I want to see longs today. Today I want to see some longs. No, I don't get confused. These are indicators, so I can like easily turn them off, but I'm so used to seeing them that I don't get confused. Plus, like, there's all these drawings, but I'm always only just focusing on like what's happening in this, like where price is currently at. Might be confusing for somebody else to see, but all these, like, these are indicators. Like, the only things that I ever draw typically are like my position sizing tools. But I like this. This helps me like just visualize what's happening. I like using these indicators. Usually I was just drawing them manually, but I really like using these indicators because I can just focus on like what is printing in front of me like immediately. And I have all like these key levels that are marked out. So yeah, I can see how somebody would like come here and see that it's a lot that's going on, but to me it's not. Trader, do you trade Forex? Or do you trade futures? I do see. No, I wanna see the longs, low key. Even though maybe we are bearish. We had a current candle take out 4 hour, or the previous 4 hour. We had the current 4 hour candle take out the previous 4 hour high. We didn't take it out on AUD/USD. And that's kind of what's like being marked out on the hourly time frame as well. I just don't like how many little SMTs there are here. We're rejecting out of this hourly. We could go down, but honestly, I'm not sure. I only trade EU. Do you trade with prop firms or do you trade with personal capital? We could be coming down. If we do come down, then that's fine. We already took previous day lows. We could go for Asia lows. We have New York and Asia lows from Friday. That also could be our target. We got 41 minutes on the candle. I trade both. Oh, true. True. I've been trading mainly props for a while now. I'm doing this challenge on a prop firm. I'm trying to turn basically like a 10K challenge into 100K in payouts and $1 million in funding. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a little bit, but that's okay. The only reason why I didn't like this short was because we closed above the 50% threshold of this hourly fair value gap, and we just swept these lows. I still want to see longs. I could be wrong though, you know? What type of style do you trade? I could see NJ and AJ going up. Just because it's 11 p.m. low being taken out, rejecting out of this, even though we have that. But I don't want to mess with that though. To trade prop, only 2 of prop gone with my money, so I focus on personal capital more. Where are you located? Like, are you in the US or are you somewhere else? I used to only trade prop. Yeah, last year, bro, I got slayed. I got pretty much, This past year I pretty much had to restart from zero because the prop accounts that I had, they went, like, the firms ended up going down, and then like the CFD space got really sketchy for US traders, so I ended up switching to futures. But then my trading style and strategy that I was making money with on the CFD firms was more swing trading, and you can't swing trade with futures accounts. So I had to, like, I was trading Bitcoin too. I had to, like, literally, like, it felt like I had to restart from zero last year. It was really tough, but I didn't have enough money. Well, the money I had put away was just, like, savings to, like, get me through trading for at least a year. So I wasn't trying to put that into a personal account. I wonder if I can, because I don't want to pay attention to this. When body, oh yes, there we go. Perfect. Nice. What's the time frame of this chart? Hourly. This is the hourly time frame. Yeah, I do all my analysis on the hourly time frame. I basically wait for my setup on the hourly, and then I'll enter, like, on the 2, 3, or the 5 minute. But I use hourly levels. I don't go below the hourly time frame for my levels and my setups. But I, like, primarily trade, like, just SMT setups, which is why you see all these, like, SMT indicators. There's, like, a lot going on here. It's usually not like that. It's usually, like, one per session. But these are all unconfirmed as well. Do you trade ICT Concepts, or do you trade, like, supply and demand? All the other millions of trading styles and strategies that are out there. Yeah, we be waiting on this time frame. I think Bitcoin, I think Ethereum's gonna go up, to be honest. I'm not gonna enter in on this because I'm forward testing. I trade CRT. Candle range theory. I really want to see a bullish SMT form here. We got 30 minutes, so hopefully this candle takes out these highs. So these notifications will go away, because I'm not in favor of the sells right now. Even though maybe I should be. Yeah, we just gotta wait. Wait for the hour to do something. What time is it? 2:26? Yeah. Did you make any money yesterday trading CPI? I got, like, wicked out of my position, and then price flew to my TP. That was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little tough. less than that. Let me do like 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. Didn't got any setup in New York, but London. I was in sales and got out of BAE. Yeah, I was trying to long AU yesterday. I literally, bro, I was like just in this straight chop fest, which I know better. Like I know better. Price was accumulating before CPI. I literally got like wicked out and went pew. I was targeting previous day highs too up here. I'm glad you capital persevered yesterday. Preserved? Capital preserved? Yeah, I ended up taking that L. But the direction was right. So I wasn't too mad about it. Ooh, the setup was still valid. I just got stopped out. I don't like to trade New York. I don't know how you feel. I feel like I don't. My setups during New York. I mean, and I'm primarily trading AU and NU. But the best setups for me have been London. And I'm even looking at potentially just like Asia. Like going down to London or Asia and London and just taking New York out of the roster entirely. Where are you based out of? Yeah, we're flipping up now. I'm from India. India. Oh, cool. What part of India? Yeah, I can see Ethereum going up. Not this one. Wait, 12 a.m. That's what I could potentially see happening on Ethereum. Yeah, we're just gonna hang tight on this time frame. Mark out this previous hour low. How old are you? You look young to be Oh my gosh. I am gonna take that as a compliment. I'm actually super old. Well, I feel old. I am 29 years old. Yeah, let's take this previous hour high. Go for it. Actually, I'm gonna edit this. Are you from US? Yeah. I'm from the US, but I'm living in Thailand now. I'm from the US of A. Save as previous H1 low. How long have you been trading for? Forex like 2 years. That's a good amount of time. Oh, I'm gonna have to order some coffee or something. Today is Thursday. So we got today and tomorrow. I mean, that one technically held. I might have to order a coffee or something. I'm feeling pretty tired. Are you looking for a pullback? Yeah, pretty much. I really want to see a pullback into this hourly. Oh, this hourly fair value gap here. I'm looking for longs basically. So my strategy, I primarily trade SMTs on the hourly time frame. So what I like to look for is like pretty much like this will happen in Asia. I wasn't up for Asia though. This is like the ideal setup here, right? Where I look for a 2 candle SMT on AU and NU. I look for it to be delivering out of an hourly fair value gap within kill zone and then going for like a 3R. So this would have been my trade earlier if I was up, but I was not up for I was not up for Asia. My entry, I use inversion fair value gaps. So actually, what on this one? So this one would have been my setup. I enter on the inversion and I target a 3R. So it would have played out quite nicely, but I have not been trading Asia session. This is literally what I'm looking for though. I'm looking for a setup like this. For me right now, my bias is bullish, so I want to see this like pretty much what I'm looking for is for price to like take out this previous hour low. Oh, what the heck? What the heck just happened to my chart? The fook? There we go. Basically what I'm looking for is for price to like come down, take like this low, and it not take the same low on this candle, creating like an SMT. So like it would look like something like this. If price comes down, takes that low. If we create an inversion, I would enter in on the inversion and have something like this. Yeah, we could go for like New York highs, but I like to just go for a 3R. But I look for a very specific, the setup I'm looking for is very, very specific. So if I don't get exactly that, I'm not entering any trades. I'm trading with funding pips right now. Funding pips is one of the only, I think there's only like 5 prop firms that on the CFD space welcomes US traders. Funding pips is one of them, and they were also the cheapest. They had the cheapest 10K challenge. That's why I went with them, because they were like the cheapest, smallest account that I could get for this personal challenge that I'm doing. I would maybe, no, there's no sells that I want to take now. If we like come up into this hourly fair value gap and create like an SMT and an inversion, I would consider taking the sells down to Asia lows. We have New York lows from Friday that we could target. I think we already took out previous day lows though here. So see, we just gotta wait. That's the only like downside of trying to stream with my hourly levels is that it takes time. But I found more success on the higher time frames than the lower time frames. Like I can't trade the 1 minute. People who like do their analysis on the 5 minute, trade the 1 minute, hats off to you. I cannot do that. I end up taking way too many decisions, taking way too many trades, making too many decisions, and it's just noisy for me. My like approach to trading is like the less signals I can get to enter in on a trade, the better. Like I want to have like maybe one opportunity per session to help me minimize over trading, and also I just found with the hourly levels they're just a lot more accurate, so I can go for higher R's. But there's a lot of different ways to trade. You just gotta find what works for you. Like this is kind of like this. What's happening with Ethereum right now is the model that I look for. We had SMT, hourly fair value gap. The only thing is that we weren't in a kill zone, which is why I didn't take it. But I'm pretty much, it's like literally like 3 things that I look for: SMT, fair value gap, and then inversion. This is kind of happening here on NJ and AJ. I used to trade funding pips, but it breached my account for more profiting. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've gotten paid out with funding pips several times, which is why I decided to go with them. Because I only recently came back to trading the Forex prop firms. So I've gotten paid, I've gotten like a ton of payouts from them, which is why I decided to go with them. But I will say their practices can be a little bit malicious. They breach you for more profiting. Yeah, that's fucked. You said you're trading props and personal, right? What prop firms are you using? I'm like tempted to take, no, I'm not gonna take it. I could see this happening on NJ though, and AJ. The only reason why I don't want to take it is because we've obviously just been melting down. But this is the model that I look for, right? Here we got 2 candle SMT. Those are my favorite. We got a 2 candle SMT here and here. This 1 a.m. low got taken out on NJ, didn't get taken out on AJ. We're delivering out of an hourly fair value gap on both. And the last thing that I would look for is an inversion fair value gap, which we haven't gotten yet. Actually, we got a 3-minute one. Let me see the 5. Oh, we're like very close to getting a 5-minute inversion. That prop is cooked. I think I'm currently trading. Nostro? I haven't even heard of that prop firm. Is that a futures? Is that a futures or a Forex firm? I haven't even heard of them. Could I? Oof, if I no. I just don't like this hourly fair value gap here. Even though we technically did tap into it. Also, Nostro. Why is that prop cooked? I mean, bro, there's like a freaking million prop firms out there. It's insane. This one swept the liquidity, so I'd look at this one. If we get like a 3-minute inversion here, this would be my setup. Stops at the low. And let me go to the hourly. Please go for these. No. Actually, we probably could target this. A 2R to this unmitigated hourly fair value gap. Forex, they were cheap and got a few payouts. They got cooked recently. Honestly, so many props are getting filleted. They are getting cooked, fried, sunny side up. There's just too many of them. There's way too many props way too much competition, and also traders are just getting better at trading. I used to work for the Funded Trader. And traders were getting better. They obviously went down for other reasons, but there also are a lot more people coming to trading now. Like a lot more people. It's wild. The trading industry like has boomed. So many people are coming to trading. At least like from the US too, I'm noticing a lot more people are getting into it. Yeah, I feel like that has to be, unless it's like an established firm, but even then, like if firms are running like really crazy discounts and really, really cheap prop accounts, they're more than likely cooked because they're just like revenue farming at that point. They need the revenue to pay their payouts. That's how the whole model is set up. That's how the whole model works. I think even the Funded Trader, like they went down and then came back, and like now they're offering like 100K accounts for I think like $200 or something, and then like they're still denying payouts. It's like, why even come back in the first place, bro? Not that the reputation was salvageable anyways, but yeah, that's how they lure them in. That's how they get you. Nostro, I've never heard of them. Actually, I want to look them up. To a new window. Trusted by 60,000 funded traders. I've never even heard of them. They have 2.5K challenges for $23, 5K for 44. Oh, 2-stab 90. What's their Trustpilot look like? Oh, 4.2. They've got like a lot of reviews though. But Trustpilot's so easy to fabricate reviews. Yeah, I've never heard of them. That just goes to show how many prop firms there are. I want to see their Twitter. Oh, she's coming down now. Because we've got the sweep of New York lows, which are previous day lows, if we can get a nice SMT here, I don't want to take it. Let me look at the 4 hour. We're in a 4 hour fair value gap actually as well. Right there. I'm not gonna mark it out. I'll mark it out temporarily. But I don't like the way these candles are like closing, to be honest. What's the daily look like? It's alright. Oh, 21K. Oh, a lot of people follow them. Huh. But you can buy followers too. Oh, we might have just another barcode session again today. Yeah, I think she's just gonna like keep coming down. got 6 minutes left on the candle. It's all paper money. It's all paper money. They're 100% not giving you a real account. None of these prop firms are. They claim to. If they claim to, they're lying. I would say maybe in the futures space, because I think more regulations are coming to the futures space. That's why there's such a push. Like you see with Top Step, MFFU, Apex, even with like their latest stunt, are starting to really push for like moving people into live capital. But even then, like it's more than likely still simulated. That's why I said like the whole model is based off of paying people out through revenue. Like there's hardly any, if any, actually like copy trading with live traders, because traders are just very inconsistent. I would say like the percentage of traders taking the challenges, passing the challenges, and even getting payouts, the percentage of them that are actually sustainable, like long-term profitable, like they can hold an account for more than a few months. You know, they can hold a single account for like a year without burning and churning. It's like less than 1%. It's less than 1% of every trader that's purchasing a challenge. Like the statistics are terrible. Oh yeah, well we never even got our inversion here, and it looks like we're gonna take out this low. We're just gonna invalidate that setup. But the sells, there's a lot of bearish pressure here. I think anybody trading with prop firms, anybody trading in general, prop firms are amazing. The leverage that they give you is amazing. But the goal 100% is take that money and put it into a personal account. Like anybody who's trading props, again, anybody who's trading props, trading in general, your ultimate goal should be to move to personal capital. Because personal capital, you just have so much more freedom. The rules that these props, you know, enforce upon you, and then just not even knowing if you're actually going to get like your payout, or if they'll deny you an account, they'll deny your profits. It's like, it's in my opinion, it's very discretionary. It's very discretionary, and I don't like that. I don't trust these prop firms. They'll come up with like bullshit reasons to deny you a payout, and they can do it. It's like in their TNCs. They design them that way to have make the deniability aspect of payouts and accounts like honestly up to their discretion. Which is fucked, because sometimes it can be inaccurate, or just, again, they just don't want to pay you out. They don't have the funds. It's a really fat payout, unless like you have influence, which is also very grimy. But that's just the name of the game. It's still an amazing opportunity. Like anybody trading, like if you're not trading props, like leverage them while you can for what they are. You can grow your personal capital, in my opinion, a little bit quicker, or a lot faster than if you were like just working a job too, unless you have like a really great career. Okay, we're getting this pullback. We might hit previous hourly lows here. If we don't hit it in the next minute or two, we might get it in the next candle, which could potentially prompt us for some buys. Could potentially prime us for some buys. But these, yeah, like that ended up getting taken out. Okay, we're now taking previous hourly lows on NZD. So yeah, there's my unconfirmed bullish signal. It could be a little risky though. This is a really fat candle. This is a really strong bearish candle. Keep going. Hit this like midpoint here. Yeah. That's the thing too. They really take advantage of the lack of regulations with Forex. It's like you can't do anything about it. I think in the US actually, Forex trading is like CFD trading is also not allowed. That's why a bunch of props ended up banning US traders. Or at least the regulations aren't really there yet. They're not as tight. Because there are like a few regulated I think there's like 2 or 3 regulated brokers with Forex space, in the Forex space. But yeah, that sucks. They take advantage of you. So Forex trading is banned in India. What you're trading personal props or personal accounts, what brokers are you able to use? Because in the US you can use unregulated brokers. Oh, that filled half. Hold on. Oh, we're coming down. Yeah, we're really coming down here. I use XNS. Oh, okay. I don't think US traders can use XNS. So we're taking out these lows, but there's just so much bearish pressure here. We took out that previous low. Well, now it's been taken out on AUD. So we have this candle that we had already been taken out here. That we're tapping into this hourly fair value gap. The sells just might be the play. If AUD USD, hello. If AUD USD can give us an inversion here without taking out these lows, we might have a setup, but I don't know. This is just melting down now. Yeah, there's no setup there. Let's see if this little hourly, if this hourly candle holds this previous hour low. So we got this. Tapping into previous day lows again. If we get a 3-minute inversion here, then maybe if it doesn't take out that low, I think it's gonna take out that low. More than likely it's gonna take out that low. Do this. All right, let's see what she wants to do. Where could our draw be? Could go for this hourly fair value gap here. 3 minute. How many years have you been trading? I've been trading since 2020. Well, I got introduced to trading back in 2016, but I started actually like taking it seriously and more consistently like at the beginning of 2020. So about 5 years now. I would love for it to not take that low. Got 13 seconds here. If it doesn't take that low and creates that inversion, I'll take it. But if it takes the low, then there's no setup. Let me open up the hourly on this here. Because I like to watch the hourly. Oh, no, not Ethereum. If we get an inversion, I will take it. Even though we have a session. I don't know. I'll take the inversion. It might be a little bit risky, but I'll try it. If we get it. Yeah. Let me mark. I would love to see the 5 minute get inverted. If the 5 minute gets inverted, I'll try it. I could be wrong though. We do have quite a bit of bearish signals. I can see your experience, like how patient and specific you are for your setup. It took a very, very long time to get to this point, and a lot of frustration. And a lot of losses, and a lot of just like, dude, I'm tired of tweaking out. But I had to learn this all. I would say, like, I think I would be further in my journey if, you know, maybe I found like mentorship or whatever, but I've decided, I didn't want to pay for that because so many, first of all, there's so many frauds out there, like straight up frauds, like people who are not doing and saying what it is that they say they do. And then also people like charging like an insane amount of money for something that I feel like, okay, well, if they learned it and they could do it on their own, they were able to figure it out on their own, like I can figure it out on my own. So it's taking me a little bit of time. I have made some decent money trading though, but I'm not at the level where I want to be yet. I'm really like, you know, trying to use this personal challenge that I want to do to really test that, you know, test my skills. Because trading with small accounts, trying to take small accounts to such a big goal is also just another just ultimate level of patience, like test of patience that you have to have, because so many people try to just like scale super quickly. I was one of those people, and I ended up just like burning accounts like left and right because of my lack of patience and wanting to hit a specific goal, hit a specific, you know, payout, target, whatever. So yeah, I have found through a lot of trial and error that less is more. Less is truly more. Let's see if we can get that. I'm not even on the 3 minute either. 35 seconds on this candle. Just gonna wait. If you're paying for learning to trade in 2025 is stupid. You have, yes, period, point blank, period, dude. Everything. And that's why I say that like traders are a lot more profitable now. Traders are just in general, like traders are getting better at trading. I think the statistic of failure, while it's still very high, I think it has gone down ever so slightly because of the pure amount of resources and free information that is just available online. A lot of what's online right now was not available 5 years ago. Like, not even close. I would say, like, especially within the last, like, 2 to 3 years, dude, like, the education, the free resources in the space right now is like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, when I first got introduced to trading back in 2016, I was like throwing like $200 into a personal account. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, it was purely like gambling, like for fun. I was just like, whoa, like I can make this money from my phone, like from this app, like that's sick. Like risk management wasn't a concept, like, and it wasn't even talked about back then either. Like it really wasn't talked about. Like big lots is like how you made big money. Like that was trading. The bigger the lot, like the more money you can make. Like risk management, psych, who's her? Don't know her. Now it's risk management, psychology, you know, mindset. There's just an abundance of resources out there. And especially like even in like the ICT space, right? Like ICT's course, his mentorship is free on YouTube. And yet people are still like taking his concepts and like, you know, trying to market it, try to sell it to you, which is like the funniest thing ever. But they make a lot of money from doing that though. Yeah, we never got our inversion here. So there's no trade. If we get it eventually, that'd be cool, but we rejected out of it. But patience is a skill. Patience is a skill that not a lot of people have, and not a lot of people put enough of. Like we always hear like, oh, you need to be patient, you need to be patient. But you never people don't talk about like how to be patient or just the importance of patience, executing that patience. Patience in just your everyday life, period. Like how do you feel when like you're in traffic, right? And you're driving around, you're in like a traffic jam. Like, are you tweaking out? Are you frustrated? Like patience, that's a skill. If you can master that skill in other aspects of your life, you can master it in trading. But again, most people, they want the big money really quickly. They see the Lambos and the watches and the lifestyles, and they're like, I need that now. And then you have also like people trying to market themselves like, oh, I got profitable in like 3 months. It's like, you just had a really good 3 months, because there are times like a lot of people are seeing now where the market cycles change and you do hit losing periods. Like that happened to me this last year. Okay, yeah, we're taking that low. Okay, so there's no SMT for me to look at here. The sells were the move. You don't watch the H4 SMT? I do sometimes. When I look for the H4, and that's I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but I like to see the 2 candle one. So there was an H4 SMT here, like a 2 candle SMT. I call them 2 candle SMTs. I really like to take that. But if I take an SMT, I need a delivery from a fair value gap. If there's no fair value gap, there's no trade. So we had a 4-hour SMT here, but there was no 4-hour fair value gap. Like here, we took the previous 4-hour high, didn't take it here. This is an hourly fair value gap, but on the 4-hour, there was nothing. And honestly, like I had a bit of like a bullish bias. So I think I mentioned earlier in the stream, the sells could be the move, which is what happened here. And I just missed that. It is what it is. The sells were the move though. We still haven't taken out this low. Technically. There's 45 minutes left on this candle. It can definitely go. I have found my sweet spot on the hourly time frame. It's like a high enough time frame to have very accurate levels without having to potentially wait like hours and days for the trade to go through. Like typically, like my hourly executions will be done within like an hour or two, where the 4-hour, it may take 4 hours, it may take 8 hours. And I personally just don't want to be in a position that long. So there's no S&T here. We didn't get our inversion. We're running through this fair value gap. We ran through the lows. Maybe we'll get something in New York later. But it's only... Oh, now it's 3 a.m. So maybe the 4 a.m. candle will give us something, but I don't think so. I think the sells seemingly were the move. Which makes sense. Yeah, there's nothing there. Sometimes it just be like that. I'll still give it until 4 a.m. Eastern time. That's just 3 p.m. my time. Yeah. Price wanted to continue. How do you trade? Do you prefer trading like lower time frames or higher time frames? I can't trade lower time frames. My personality, like my mind does not work that way or can't handle it. I have found that me trying to find a way to trade that allows me to be a little bit more calm and a little bit more at peace and practicing patience has worked out really well for me. And the 5-minute time frames, lower time frames just don't, I can't do that. A nice S&T up there. I just didn't have my the deliveries that I wanted. But let's see. Anything can happen. The session is still young. Even though I think our draw might be down here. We could potentially be coming down here. Same as you, I find bias in the H1, H4 or H1 and entries on the 5 or the 15. Yeah. I noticed like a lot of scalpers, like people trading futures mainly, at least on social media. They love those 1 minute time frames. 1 minute time frame levels, 5 minutes, getting in and out. I just can't do that. Oh, these glasses are hurting my ears. I just can't do that. Yeah, I think the sells were the move here. Previous, yeah, it is what it is. We could reject up here, but there's no S&T. Got 41 minutes. Actually, you're right. You're totally right. Which that is wild. 30-second, 15-second, you are an absolute tweaker. I have such a hard time. I mean, I don't know. Some people probably make it work. I just have such a hard time believing that like that is like long term works for anybody. Maybe short term. 30-second and 15-second time frame is crazy, bro. You're totally right. I was being generous. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. Tweakers. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you, you know? It might not work for me. It could work for somebody else. Some people like probably don't like trading the hourly time frame or the H4. They're probably like, yo, that takes way too long. I'm not wasting my time. You know how many opportunities I could have had in that single 1 hour candle? And that's totally valid. Do whatever makes you money at the end of the day. That could not be me though. I wish it was. Then I wouldn't have to sit for hours on a stream. But I don't mind it. I really enjoy what I do. And I have nothing better to do either. I'm training full time. We're rejecting out of this. There's no setup though. If the 4 hour candle, we have 40 minutes on this candle. And the lows were already taken out here. So unless like we take out these lows or this candle low, this 11 p.m. low, and we don't take it out here, I would consider going long again. Trading full time. Yeah, like that's all I do. That's like my primary source of income. My only source of income. I only trade. I don't work. I've been trading full time for the last year now. I think it's actually been exactly a year. But I only trade like a couple hours a day. So like my window for trading right now is London. So for me, that's like 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then if I don't get a setup or maybe I take a loss, I'll come back for New York from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. my time. Yeah, we took that the fuck out. I'd love to see this low get taken. If we take this low and we create an inversion above this hourly, I could potentially take the long. The SMTs I like to take, my preference are these 2 candle SMTs. Like just a previous hour high or low being taken out, but I will consider like at least like a 4 or 5 candle range. So like kind of like what happened here, where we had this high get ran through on NU here, which is actually a session high as well. All right, looks like we're coming for these lows. Ooh, in the 30-minute. I don't think I'm gonna get it though, to be honest. This bearish pressure is just very strong. Go to the 3. I've just taken that there. we don't take out that low and we create this inversion, I'll consider taking it. Nah, I don't want to look at the 2 minute. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna continue. Yeah, we're already a little bit over an hour. The other thing, so there are like 3 types of SMTs that I'll take. I'll take 2 candle SMTs. I'll take a few candles, like a 4 to 5 candle range SMT. So if within a 4 to 5 candle range, a higher low is being taken out on one pair, not on the other, I'll take it. And then the last SMT type that I'll take is a session, higher low. So that's actually kind of what happened here, where we had NU take out Asia highs, and we didn't take that out on AUDUSD. So we created kind of like this little session SMT. So actually, you know what? I fucked up. I didn't even realize that. I was too, and this is why I'm like, oh, I don't really try not to have a bias because anything can happen. Yeah, we're just melting down now. Unconfirmed bullish. Oh, on the 4 hour? Oh, we're probably taking out a 4 hour low now. Here's our 4 hour low that's being taken. Let me adjust this. Let me go back to the body field. So this is something that I messed up on. Actually, yeah. This is something that I missed. We had a session SMT and we had a 4 to 5 candle SMT. We were technically in this hourly fair value gap, so that made sense for us to move down here. I didn't want to take it though because I was going based off of like all of these lows getting swept out and we were in an hourly fair value gap, so I did want to see it go up. But you know, since obviously yesterday we have been on a downtrend, so this makes sense on why that happened. Yeah, that's totally what just happened here. Which even my bias, honestly, like the price is bearish. I'd prefer to trade with the trend, but some days you just get it wrong. Some days you're just a little bit off. We're taking out the session low though, but we're not in something that I'd be comfortable coming out of. I mean, we have this on the 4 hour that I think we're about to tap into, which we've tapped into already, but oh, this 4 hour fair value gap. So I might still be able to get my buys, but it's risky. It's definitely risky. Yeah. It's like funny, like I usually, I usually try not to have a bias because of that reason. Like I firmly believe, like, especially like in the ICT space, like people are like, oh, like you need to have a daily bias, like daily bias is everything or whatever, like have your daily bias, and they marry it, and it's just like, dude, the market can do anything regardless of what you think. You can have every single confluence in the book and it can still do whatever it wants. Like there's still a chance that you're wrong, there's still a chance that you'll lose. So, you know, don't get too attached to a certain direction or outcome, and more so just trade what you see, what's happening in front of you. You know, obviously if you have like having like a proper strategy and you know, proper confluences and things like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense to be more focused on that. We are taking, again, Asia lows. We took out previous day lows and we created a 4 hour SMT. We already rejected out of it here. But we could potentially be creating this. Again, let me go to the 3 again. 5. If we flip up from this, I might consider, I'll still consider the buys as long as this level holds. We already really inverted that, but it's possible. I think what I would prefer, like my ideal case scenario, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. But if, say this hourly candle closes here, like say we close, this is a low, we didn't get our inversion yet, but we come back down and take this low, and we don't take out that same low here, whatever inversion that gets created, we could probably write it up. We could probably write it up. Just because, again, I like that we've taken now. We have a session SMT that's forming here now. But I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. Just gotta wait. There's no setup yet. I'm hoping that that latter scenario is what ends up happening. Like we just like fluff around here for the next 30 minutes, come down, take out this low, creating an SMT. So that would be like a double SMT, which is basically what happened up here, where we had a session SMT, 4 to 5 candle SMT here, which prompted us to go lower. I'd love to see the same thing, but in this bullish scenario. You see how the 4 hour, yeah, we're super bearish. I might just wait for that, to be honest. That would be like a very A+ scenario. And something that I have actually like been struggling with over the last like 2 weeks is, or at least what's been happening with the charts and my strategy is I've been like the liquidity. Like there's been like 2 liquidity raids. I'll enter in on the first one and actually end up, the move will actually happen on the second one. So I could play it extra safe. I'm hoping honestly that I just don't get an inversion here. That we just like, you know, maybe we just range a little bit, come down at the 4 hour open, and then go up. But unless I see that, there's nothing I want to take. I would love for NZD to just continue a little bit lower too, and then go up. As long as we don't take out these lows, and even if we want to tap into this 4 hour fair value gap without taking out these lows, we could potentially see buys. But as of right now, there's nothing. There's nothing. We could keep going down. Or previous day low. Oh no, we actually already took out previous day low. Each of those could be our target. Yeah, look at that. Melting now. As long as this holds, buys are still valid. If it doesn't, if this doesn't hold, if this ends up taking this out, even within this candle, I will probably call it a stream and come back for New York. Oh yeah, the sells are definitely okay. So this is what I'm seeing here. I actually might try and take this. This is the setup. This is kind of something that I am seeing. Yeah, that 3 minute close, that 5 minute. I might actually try a short on AJ. I might try this short because that's kind of what we created, or kind of like my what I look for. It kind of ended up being created. If I go to the 30 minute, it's not marking it out there, but it is there. We have this high being taken out. Previous hour high taken out there, didn't get taken out here. Tapped into this hourly fair value gap. We're super bearish, so we could continue coming down to maybe these levels. I might try that. Just because again, we're super so bearish. Even this 3 hour, not 3 hour, 3 minute candle's kind of giving us. I might try that. I might try something like this. Let me see what my stop is. 14 pip stop. I like to go for 3 hours. I might just go for 2. Or to this fair value gap there. I'll try it for low risk. It's a little risky, but I'll try it. That's technically textbook. We're going along with the trend. Okay, I'm gonna enter in on that for like $50 risk. I could be wrong. We could get slayed. But I'm happy with the outcome regardless. This is technically, this is, I would consider this textbook. We're going along with the trend, tapped into this hourly fair value gap. We had this hourly SMT here that formed a little bit after Asia. Then we created this high here for that SMT there. Created that SMT and then we created this 5-minute inversion. Now usually I like to take it on with AJ and NJ, the one that didn't take the liquidity, but that would just be way too far or way too high of a stop. So I'll see if this one wants to play out. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, I'm only risking $50, so that's not really much. I do want to keep paying attention to AUD though. Mark this out here. Let's make this If we get stopped out, that's fine. I'm gonna keep paying attention to this one though. I think there's weakness here. If it wants to keep coming down, that is totally cute. Yeah, I think it's gonna go for these lows. I might actually add just a little bit. We're at $50 risk. 250. I'm gonna wait to see how this plays out. In on AJ there. Yeah, those lows got taken. Yeah, it looks valid. So we'll wait. If we end up coming back down to the entry, I might add just a little bit more. Only a little bit though. Because I do want to pass this challenge. It's a 10K. I don't want to take forever on it. D25, 75. We'll see. We'll see. AJ and NJ are like my secondary pairs. we came down nicely. Come take out these lows already. I think it's gonna take out these lows. Minus 57. Yeah, come on, girl, just break it down. We could reach, or we could potentially, I'm gonna leave that there. Move this. And we're gonna add a 2R alert. Alright, well, we just got triggered in for a little bit more on the position. So in total, the risk is 0.75%. 75 bucks. I'm down to risk the profit that I have in the balance. If it's an L, it's an L. If it's a dub, that would be a missing. But I'm not. I'm happy with whatever happens. Or I've accepted, rather, whatever happens. Let me do this refresher real quick. 60, yeah, we'd be going for like at least a %. Yeah, we're about to take out these lows. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. Set an alert. Yeah. 80s is displacing down. And NZD, so there's weakness there. A lot of weakness. Could maybe go for New York lows. Yeah, it's coming down pretty quickly now. What? Yeah, AUD. Well, I'm on this one, so let's see what happens here. I got a sweep. Yeah, NCD is coming down pretty quick. Hopefully AUD can just follow. Hello? You hungry?
Yeah.
Me too.
I need you when you get stream.
Okay. NCD is coming down pretty hard, pretty quick. I'd really love to see AUD just follow really aggressively. We're going for like about 37 pips. Could maybe go for, let me go to the hourly time frame. Where's my, We could potentially go for this. This fair value gap has been mitigated, or rather prices tapped into it, but this one hasn't. So this one could potentially be like our full TP. But once we hit, if we can get to 2R here, I believe that's 2R. Or no, 2R is higher. I'm gonna move my stop to break even. Let's see, maybe we can get like a 2.5 or 3.5R. That'd be dope, but we'll see what happens. Really want to see Asia lows get taken, because this Asia lows got taken on NJ. Even though we don't have a fair value gap that we're delivering on. We don't want to see it follow through. NZD is just coming down really nicely. Yeah, AUD just took out those lows. So maybe it'll just want to keep on melting. I am going to let this run. I am going to step away from the charts though and get something to eat because I'm hungry. I will come back with any alerts, whether it's a stop out alert, 2R alert. This is, yeah, I have that open. I really wanted to take out Asia lows. Just go for it. Just melt. Just melt, baby, melt. Interesting. We'll see. All right. I shall be back. Whipping post. Oh my gosh. I hope you made it in your journey across various treacherous, sketchy, dangerous tabs and internet tomfoolery. I did leave and then I came back and then I'm actually gonna leave again. You're probably not even here anymore. Oh, I'm sorry I missed you. I'm sorry I missed you, dude. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm in this position. I'm just letting it ride. You're probably not here anymore, but I hope you're good. I hope you had a good morning. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this position ride. I was on the stream already for 2 hours and I got tired. I was staring at the dirt, so yeah. I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm gonna let this position ride and I'm gonna come back, do an update in New York, maybe trade New York, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Damn. Yeah, hopefully she can just give us the full delivery, please. Delivery, please. I need to start upping the risk on this challenge, though. I don't want to take too long on it. 177. Oh, okay. That's alright. Alright. I'm gonna end the stream here. I will come back with an update later. Peace and